The Oval Office stood witness to a display of discord on February 28, 2025. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky was meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump and his administration. The meeting was intended to solidify the alliance between the two countries. However, the meeting took a turn, becoming a stage for simmering tensions to boil over. The focus shifted from international diplomacy to a heated exchange. This clash has left many questioning the future of US-Ukrainian relations. The meeting was meant to be a routine diplomatic engagement. Zelensky's visit aimed to secure additional military aid for Ukraine. The country continues to grapple with ongoing conflict. The situation underscored the importance of US support. However, the meeting quickly devolved into a public spectacle of disagreement. This unexpected turn of events has sent ripples through the international community. The events of February 28 have ignited a firestorm of debate. Pundits and politicians alike are dissecting the exchange. Some see it as a concerning sign of instability within the Trump administration. Others view it as a calculated maneuver to bolster Trump's image on the world stage. Regardless of interpretation, the implications of this Oval Office showdown are significant. The meeting serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of international relations. It reveals the fragility of alliances and the ever-present potential for miscommunication and misunderstanding. As the world grapples with the aftermath of this diplomatic debacle, one thing is certain: the relationship between the United States and Ukraine has been irrevocably altered. Vice President J.D. Vance injected a confrontational tone into the meeting. His remarks directed at Zelensky centered around perceived ingratitude for U.S. support. This public display of discord was unexpected. It caught many in the room, including Zelensky, off guard. Vance, known for his previous criticisms of Zelensky, seized the opportunity. He questioned Zelensky directly about his perceived lack of appreciation for U.S. aid. Vance's words were sharp and accusatory. He pressed Zelensky to publicly acknowledge the Trump administration's support. This wasn't the first time Vance had targeted Zelensky. During a campaign rally in Pennsylvania in 2024, Vance had made similar remarks. He implied that Zelensky wasn't doing enough to show gratitude for U.S. assistance. These past criticisms added fuel to the fire of the Oval Office confrontation. Vance's actions in the Oval Office have drawn criticism. Some view his behavior as inappropriate and disrespectful, particularly given the setting and the stature of those present. Others, however, applaud his directness. They argue that he was simply expressing what many Americans feel. Zelensky, visibly caught off guard by Vance's accusations, maintained his composure. He responded with a firm defense of his actions and those of his government. He emphasized that he had, on numerous occasions, expressed gratitude to the American people for their support. Zelensky argued that his expressions of gratitude were not merely a matter of protocol. He emphasized the genuine appreciation of the Ukrainian people for the aid received. He stressed that U.S. support had been instrumental in Ukraine's ongoing struggle. Furthermore, Zelensky highlighted the importance of transparency. He argued that it was crucial for the American public to be informed about the situation in Ukraine. He stressed the need for continued awareness and understanding of the challenges faced by his country. Zelensky's response, though measured, carried weight. He effectively countered Vance's accusations. He reiterated his commitment to transparency and emphasized the genuine appreciation felt by Ukraine for U.S. support. In a surprising turn of events, President Trump interjected himself into the escalating tension. Instead of diffusing the situation, he seemed to revel in the confrontation. Trump defended Vance's actions, stating that Vance was not speaking loudly. He further remarked that the heated exchange would make great television. Trump's reaction left many bewildered. Instead of prioritizing diplomacy and de-escalation, he appeared to prioritize spectacle and personal amusement. His remarks seemed to condone Vance's confrontational approach, further exacerbating the situation. Trump's actions sparked criticism from those who saw his behavior as unbecoming of a world leader. They argued that he had missed an opportunity to demonstrate diplomacy and leadership on the world stage. However, some of Trump's supporters defended his actions. They argued that his unconventional approach was refreshing, and that he was simply cutting through diplomatic niceties to address a real issue. Section 5, the White House narrative, a focus on minerals and disrespect. In the aftermath of the Oval Office clash, the White House scrambled to control the narrative. Officials were quick to downplay the confrontation, emphasizing instead the intended focus of the meeting, a rare earth mineral agreement. The White House maintained that the meeting's primary objective was to solidify economic ties between the two nations. They highlighted the potential for a mutually beneficial agreement involving rare earth minerals, crucial for various technological advancements. However, alongside the economic agenda, the White House also claimed that both Trump and Vance felt disrespected by Zelensky's perceived focus on security guarantees. They implied that Zelensky's insistence on discussing military aid overshadowed the intended economic focus of the meeting. This narrative, however, did little to quell the controversy. Critics argued that the White House's attempts to shift focus away from the confrontation were disingenuous and merely served to deflect from the inappropriate behavior displayed during the meeting. Around the world, people have taken to the streets, showing their support for Ukraine. From candlelight vigils to large-scale protests, the public outcry is palpable. Citizens are demanding action, calling for stronger sanctions and more humanitarian aid. This wave of solidarity highlights the global community's commitment to standing with Ukraine during these challenging times. As tensions escalate, the rhetoric from both sides becomes increasingly aggressive. Leaders are making bold statements and the media is amplifying these confrontations. Each new development is scrutinized, and the stakes continue to rise. The international community watches closely, aware that the situation could change at any moment. Over time, there has been a noticeable pattern of acknowledgement from various world leaders. They recognize the resilience of the Ukrainian people and the importance of supporting their sovereignty. This acknowledgement is not just symbolic. It translates into tangible actions and policies aimed at bolstering Ukraine's position on the global stage. Despite the shows of solidarity and support, tensions linger. The future of US-Ukrainian relations remains uncertain, with many variables at play. Both nations are navigating a complex geopolitical landscape, seeking to balance their interests and values. As the situation evolves, the world watches, hoping for a resolution that ensures peace and stability.